Hey there, it's Josh. Welcome back to Let's Game It Out. We're checking out Humankind today. This entire video is sponsored by Sega, who were humankind enough they were humankind enough to pay for this whole video, and you can pick up the game right now on Steam, Epic Game Store, Stadia, and it's already on Xbox Game Pass. Head on down to the linky below, clicky click, and have some 4X fun. Humankind is also a turn-based strategy game and a fresh take on the historical strategy genre, and it has like a bajillion ways to go about how you want to play. But let's get involved and it'll make more sense. First things first, let's change our avatar. This person looks dignified and we can't have that. So there's a bunch of presets we can start with. It's almost as if the game combines up to 60 historical cultures as you lead the people through the ancient to the modern age, as such is represented among all of these lovely people. Or if that's not enough for us, we can always make our own character. Oh boy, which face do I want? Even though when you're looking at all 32 of these on the same screen, I can't tell the difference. Thankfully, as you mouse over these things, it reflects on your guy's face, as he's completely unconcerned about the wildly flailing jowls. Oh, that'll do. We want to make sure they have the perfect brow, which of course means no brows. Oh boy, and my favorite, I love a good haircut. There's a little something for everyone in here, and I found mine. We can't go without some nice facial hair. If you want to be respected by all the other rulers, you gotta go pencil-thin mustache. It's like in the leadership rule book, and I know you're very proud of your military attire here. Let's give it a splash of pink. Oh yeah. Okay, now that we got our ruler all figured out, it's time to actually get into the game. Since this is my first outing, I'm gonna go up against only 3 other opponents, but it looks like you can go as high as 10 total, and there's a whole heap of options that we can choose, but we're gonna leave everything as is. Behold, our starting location in the board game world of Humankind. This is us. For now, we're just some random nomadic tribe wandering around in the Neolithic era. We have a couple of different end conditions here. Do any of these things and the game is finished. No matter what, the game ends after 300 turns, and then all this other stuff that's probably important, and then rendering the world unfit for human life. And we have to do that in 300 turns. So we gotta take our hunting party here, and we gotta seek out stuff. Keeping in mind that even though we can't see them, there's 3 other entities rolling around the map as well. Where are they? Well, we'll just have to see if we can find them. Oh, but I'm getting ahead of myself. We need to find some goods. It takes multiple turns because you can only do so many actions as you run around. What I mean to say is after 4 tiles, you're all tuckered out and need to end your turn. Then we run around until, oh no, it's a mammoth. Hey, did I mention this game is more or less historically accurate? What I'm trying to say is if we want to follow in history's real footsteps, someone's got to go extinct. Time for some combat. Your side is weaker overall. Will you stand and fight? Of course I will. Okay, so here's how combat works. Generally, you want to try to take the high ground, so I'm gonna back my people up a step here. Let's see, if I just attack it right out, I'm sure this will go great. Yep, this is every bit as what I wanted from the situation. Let's take the higher ground again. See, look, now it's better. We're taking the high ground, and we did it! It's dead. That'll teach you to be alive. Anyway, here's the spoils we gained. 20 food and 20 influence. We'll talk more about those later, though. For now, we need to take our significantly reduced population, and we need to head over to that glowy thing. Let's go. Ah, we've discovered wild berries. These things are called curiosities. Sometimes it gets you food, sometimes other stuff. As we're running around the map, sometimes these people want to talk to you. Urgent affairs require your attention. Oh boy, choose your own adventure stuff. I love this. A world aflame. In the distance, a thin cord of smoke cuts up into clear blue skies. Fire! And a structure that is so ahead of our nomadic tribe, it probably looks like witchcraft. Let's see, blah blah blah. You're about to direct your men to put out the fires with loose soil. When you see short, shadowed figures running away, youths, they could become part of your tribe if you give chase now, but that would mean losing these secrets of construction. We're gonna extinguish, because kids are stupid. For now, we gotta keep running around trying to find more curiosities, and by that I mean wild berries. Beyond finding food, you also come across curiosities like this one. That little symbol, that means knowledge. Discover curiosities to accrue 10. This will also unlock the Neolithic legacy trait, so hand them over. You know one thing I love, by the way? Obviously board game style, our figures are bigger so we can see them, but I love looking around the rest of the map and seeing like baby-sized deer. Aww, don't let the giants trample you. Aw, crap. There's another nomadic tribe that's already reached the ancient era. We gotta catch up. And by that I mean prepare to become a paleontologist's best friend in like 10,000 years. Make my life mean something. Blah. Me too. Blah. I wish this is how vision really worked, where the more you see stuff, it just rises up around you. Uh-oh. Other people. That's probably because I'm technically in their borders. Sounds like a you problem, as is the fragility of your skull.
Time to see what happens when foreign cultures get together and decide to murder each other.
Oh, narrator, you so sassy. Sassy. And oh, Team Orange, you're so dead. I'm sure there's gonna be no consequences to those actions. What's this? More friends? Oh, we're deep in their territory now. Well, hello there. Have I stumbled upon your humble civilization? Shall we destroy them? Oh, can't declare war because I don't have enough war support. And it can't be done in the Neolithic era. Explore and gather resources. Oh, but I want to exterminate now. Okay, fine. Here, I have another idea. We're gonna claim some territory. We're gonna do it right here, right outside their boundary lines. Hope you like having a neighbor. And thus we have our first act of not being a team player. And just to add insult to injury, I'm gonna constantly walk through their borders. Okay, so we collected over 10 knowledge stars. And behold, an era star has been unlocked. Okay, now it's time to... Oh, looking good. I didn't realize you were dressing the part. No, I didn't mean it. You look good. Okay, so we had to reach one of these goals to enter a new era. We can now take after certain civilizations, except it looks like a bunch of these are already taken. Damn it. So this is where the game starts to really open up. Like right now we're in the ancient era, but we go all the way up to the modern age. Between this era and all the others, we have 60 different historical cultures we can choose from. Each one has its own strengths. Like the Egyptians here appear to focus on industry. The Nubians look like they're good at dealing with money, and so on and so forth. I'm gonna go with the Nubians, because what can't be solved by money? Yep, looking good. Not only do we get a bunch of money stuff, we also get to build these pyramids, which have their own other benefits and stuff. Ta-da! New us. And we see a fun little movie clip of a society that looks way, way, way better than ours.
If you're terrified of wild animals, you can grow lentils or catch fish.
Narrator, are you sassing me? You do come across all of these like choose your own adventure situations, or we can just mouse over and see what it gets us. Now we do have this other growth star we can get by having our population of 5, and we have 4 right now. That group, and that group. So with that in mind, we have another dialogue option here. Lost souls, blah, blah, blah. Add people to our tribe. And now we have 5, and the star is ours. And the reason we care is we need stars to make it to the next era. This time, 7 of them, which we can get by doing all kinds of stuff, like more population stuff, getting lots of money, or lots of influence. I know, my blood pressure's spiking too. From all the possibilities, we also need to care about fame, which we get in all kinds of ways, because whoever has the most fame by the end is the winner. Pink sure has a lead on us, but we'll see what we can do. Now, you might be asking all these adorable tiny buffalo here. Micro Buffalo, is there a place in this game where I can research and make scientific breakthroughs? You know there is. Behold, research and technology. This is the place where we start to build out our society. Stuff as simple as making calendars, which is the beginning of crop management, or domestication, bringing new means of eating and working, or carpentry, and so on and so forth. By the way, this thing probably keeps going way farther than you think. As we wander past writing and sailing, we find ourselves cruising into the next era, and you can see stuff like philosophy, rhetoric, other stuff, and even more stuff. I couldn't even hope to list all the different things here, because when I see stuff like movable typeface, my heart rate goes too high. Let's be honest though, getting to era 6 is what we want, the contemporary era, where we have stuff like research institutes leading to uranium enrichment. Do I really need to spell out where I want this to go? Anyway, moving all the way back to the beginning, each one of these things to unlock takes science points. Thankfully, at the beginning, it's pretty small, with all of 35. So we'll start with carpentry, and then maybe do some city defense, and some masonry. I'm sure that's enough for now. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, right now, this is but an outpost, and we need to start a real city. Now, you might find this hard to believe, but this is not the most strategic position, nor is it the best for resources, but it is annoyingly close to someone else's borders, so for that reason, it's evolving into a city. Yes. Looks like we've evolved into the city of Kerma, which, if you didn't know, really was one of the largest archaeological sites in ancient Nubia. Oh, Amplitude and Sega, you really nailed those 60 historical cultures that lead people from the ancient to the modern age. Too bad I'm gonna rename it Josh's Annoying Topia. Wow, that font makes it look so official. Oh yeah. Now, if we take a closer look at Josh's Annoying Topia, we have all these little symbols here, and they mean stuff like money, science, food, industry, and influence. And you see those numbers? Well, there's a corresponding thing up here that tells you how many of those you're generating per turn. And we can expand our district with new buildings, like these pyramids, which gives us more money and industry at the cost of stability and other stuff, as well as a farmer's quarter that helps with food, and so on and so forth. I'm gonna build these pyramids right here. You're supposed to look at these numbers and take into consideration what this is gonna be doing. I'm sure it's fine. It'll be done in 34 turns. And while Josh's Annoying Topia is doing that, back over here to these folks to just keep on wandering around and do stuff like killing animals and finding curiosities curiosities, like these beautiful animal remains. Thanks for the points. Oh goodness, we've discovered something. The breathtaking Miombo Forest. Wait, where is it? This? This is it? Is it this? Consider my breath taken. Because after all, things like that can only be discovered once. You know what else is a big deal though? When we open all the cities and outposts. And obviously, Josh's annoying topia is the most important thing on this known Earth. But we also care about cultural wonders. Now, we don't have enough influence yet to buy one or claim one or whatever. But before you know it, we're gonna have the opportunity to build an array of... Oh, or all of them could be claimed except for the Temple of Artemis. Well, joke's on you guys. That's the one I wanted. I mean, who wants pyramids anyway? I mean, they all have good perks, but I think the Temple of Artemis is pretty great. Oh my goodness. Word of your empire has now reached the Mycenaeans. Is that Team Orange? It's time to establish diplomatic relationships.
For both of our aspirations.
You fascinate me.
What a rip-roaring start. Anyway, these are the Mycenaeans. Loyal, vindictive, and a bunch of other stuff that probably matters. But I'm more focused on all this hot treaty action. So diplomacy is a pretty big part of the game. You can initiate trade, you can share information, we tolerate our ideological proximity, all kinds of crap. Oh, would you look at that? Our settlements are practically in love. So I guess it's a good thing we're at peace, because that would be really bad to have bad relations that close, right? I mean, it would almost make sense to propose an alliance. But you know what makes even more sense? If you absolutely must have war, so be it. Yes, I have exhausted all options with the person I just met. Let's see, that means we can fight whenever we want. Whatever, let's do it.
I just hope you love surprises as much as I do.
Nice job, guy that ran up on the mountain. You really were the MVP that round. Victory! Battle at Josh's annoying topia. Anyway, while we're going in here, where we're waging war and basically just punching down at all times. Oh, wait, what happened? Oh, I guess this belongs to me now. Well, that'll teach you. I like how despite me swallowing up that whole place, the only player that has any stars yet is Orange. Well, that felt good. And now the real fun begins. Surrender terms. And boy, does she seem happy. First, I'll take your entire land, and I would make them a vassal, but I don't have enough war stuff for it. So just give me the land and some money, I guess.
I must do what is right for my people.
Don't you mean my people? The Mycenaeans have fallen. Well, this all feels great. Oh, and I can rename this? Can I rewrite history? Ah, perfect. Can we do this to more civilizations? Oh boy, at this point in the game, the choose your own adventure options are getting a lot more fun. Custom city names are just the best. Whoa, pink player has revealed themselves.
Treat me and my people with respect, and all will be well.
Good God, look at your fame. How am I supposed to compete with that? You know, us existing down here, and them existing all the way over here. No wonder I haven't found them yet. I don't think we can actually get over there. They're like an ocean away. But that doesn't mean we can't open trade negotiations. Could you also share with us some maps? I'm getting real lazy about this. And with access to their maps, look, there's the other player. No wonder I couldn't find them either. Just think, if we were on the same map, there's a chance they would have met the same fate as Orange over here. Now that's a fresh take on historical strategy where you can combine up to 60 historical cultures. I'm just saying, my base looks pretty great. Kind of wonder if this means we can go the entire game without meeting them in person. I'm kind of hoping they come to blows and start fighting, and I can just sit over here and not even try. That'll work, right? Oh, it finally happened. Those crazy kids declared war. I hope you guys have a lovely war over there. So I'm over here just kind of doing my own thing. Farms and industry and crap. And then I'm like, I wonder how things are going with the war across the seas. And then I notice that the Greeks are over here. That's weird. Well, let's see how the fight goes. Oh, looks like it's going really well. So despite their presence, I'm still growing. We're on turn 144 now, and we're entering the third era. We're gonna switch cultures to become the Franks, because that flowy cape leads me to believe they're wizards. I'm not even gonna check the stats. Ah, so majestic. Thank goodness you're immortal and can just go through the ages. And now back to struggling. I've been trying to keep green off my back by sieging their little bases, which is kinda working. But while I'm doing this here, green is apparently pushing back abroad. Who could have predicted this? Okay, so here we are in turn 200. Our civilization is getting more vast looking, and our territory grows mighty. Although we also have some invaders, because it turns out over a long enough period of time, they're kinda getting along. That's not what I wanna hear. Probably because I'm going around just because I want to fight stuff, and I'm taking over these little independent civilizations that have deals with pink already. And they no likey. Well, surely nothing bad can happen by encroaching upon their land and trying to take some of it back. Guess there's only one way to find out. We did it! Everything went according to plan. Just kidding, I'm lying. We're on turn 299 out of 300, and as you can see, the war has gone swimmingly. I mean, we did okay, but this game is vast, and I can see it taking another 300 turns just to get it under control. The real question is, how did we do on fame? Are we winners? Oh, wow, not even close. You win this time, random pink AI. I didn't even get all the way to the final age, which would have been nice because some mutually assured destruction would have been ideal, but maybe we'll tackle that another time. I want to thank Humankind again for sponsoring this video. The game is out right now on PC, and you can pick it up on Steam, Epic Game Store, Stadia, and on Xbox Game Pass for PC. Click the link in the description to learn more. So I hope you had fun, I know I did, and I'll see you next time.